some real money in the room.
At some point, you guys put together, and I didn't know this, right? But you guys put together the hit song Badass Yellow Boy.
Facts.
Right? And that was a diss. Now, I just remember growing up, Badass Yellow Boy, no, you want some.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To Mystikal. Now, here's where it gets interesting, right? Because I did my research, and what I figured was there was never really a Cash Money versus No Limit beef, correct?
Never.
But
well, later I found out it was.
Okay.
But I always thought it was a UNLV / Cash Money versus Mystikal / No Limit / Big Boy beef. You know what I'm saying? I never knew that Baby and Slim never saw eye to eye. You know what I'm saying? I never knew any of that. You know what I'm saying?
With P.
With P.
Yeah.
Or Baby. I never knew that.
Yeah.
Baby never told us he had a problem with P.
Right. Very interesting. So it was like your whole time though, y'all were kind of feeding.
It was, and the beef between us and Mystikal was made up. Something he wanted to do.
So that was really just some rap.
Before he signed with No Limit, he was signed with a record label called Big Boy.
Okay.
Shouts out to Precise and Big Boy Record, R.I.P. Chuck. But Mystikal came to me on the block and asked me about doing a battle on wax. Right? This was before he even signed with Big Boy.
Right.
We was doing our thing in New Orleans and nothing wasn't touching us, period. We was on top of the pile, period. So he came to me because we went to high school with Mystikal. You know, so he was like, man, how y'all feel about this? I told him, I'm going to holler at Check and Yella. If they cool with it, we going to do it. So I did that and I got back with him. I was like, it's all good. He put like 2 diss songs out before we even dissed him back, simply because he ain't making enough noise for us to diss him.
Right.
But when we did diss him, we made that Dragon from the River and we made Boom Get Chopped and put it on one album. Never heard of diss. Well, nowadays you probably have, but we dissed one person twice on one album.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah. Did that cause tension in the streets?
Yeah, I mean, everybody thought it was real up until like 3 years ago. So our hood really couldn't stand Mystikal, man. And all the while, that's how I do. That's one of my favorite artists.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all ain't never make it a point to
correct it
on the record.
Well, now I spoke on Vlad and put it out. He put it out on Vlad as well.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, it wasn't real.
Yeah.
Now, however, we did have real beef with his label mates. You know, they have a group called Partners in Crime. Very talented. Shouts out PNC. They legends. They icons in New Orleans right now. You know what I'm saying? But we had real beef with those dudes back in the day.
How do you separate that beef versus that beef?
That was real beef. I mean, when we saw each other, we planned to see each other back then, us and PNC, it was going to be on site. But with Mystikal, none of that it never supposed to go down like that.
Yeah.
We knew Mystikal, he knew us. Part of the beef with us with PNC was we didn't know each other. They didn't know us. You know what I'm saying? They didn't know us at all. That's why I really couldn't stand them. I was like, man, they gotta be haters. I ain't not gonna like a nigga and don't even know a nigga.
Right.
You know, so that was our beef with them. And of course, they have like several stories behind it was beef, you know what I'm saying? But everybody got their own story. You feel me? But thank God, that was some real beef in hip hop that ended up being squashed. And right now today, we best of friends. I like my brother.
For a second, can we talk about like what originated the beef and how did it?
Well, if you ask me, I would tell you they didn't like me first of all. They didn't like my group first of all because they didn't know us. They didn't like us because they auditioned for Cash Money to get a record deal, and Baby them asked us to audition them to let us know what's happening if they talented enough to sign. We told them no. You know what I'm saying? One of the artists, Kango Slim, shouts out to Kango, we thought he was trying to be our artist, one of our artists, Tech 9. You know, his style was so similar to Tech. We was like, man, he trying to be us. You know, he trying to be Tech. Whoop de whoop. You know what I'm saying? So we felt like that the beef could have stemmed from there.
Right.
You know, Tech was messing with the same dude, Kango Slim. He was messing with his wife back in the G, and he found out that. So that could have been a beef from there. But you ask them, they got, you know, different stories or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right. That's still wild to me that was like a fake beef.
Yeah.
And you feel like y'all profited from the beef?
Yeah, big time, man. That was our biggest song to this day.
Yeah.
We still doing shows off that, dog. I mean, people is, and I mean, I don't mind performing it, but it's so like hard to perform. You know, that was one of Yella main songs. You know what I'm saying? What I mean by main, he rapped on that more than any of us. You know, we done it. We wrote it like that simply because Mystikal called his name out. He said, right. Yella called us. So, so for me to perform that song and my dog gone, and you know what I'm saying, half the time my eyes be closed, bro, and I just see my dog. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's a hard song to perform, but we can't go nowhere outside New Orleans without performing it.
Hey, real tone, it's some real money in the room.